Hello, happy Monday, and welcome. I have a co-host. Look up there. Hello. We're double act today because no school. Got a week off. Got all the other projects to do, but no school this week. Yeah? Right. So, shall we give them some spoilers and look at all the stuff we've made with the October kit so far?
Okay, that would just be spoilers for me because I.
Yeah, you've seen this one because I went to get your approval, didn't I? Okay.
No, you never actually.
I asked you specifically.
You did, actually.
Oh, I never work with children or animals, I tell you. Okay, don't lean on Maleficent. Put your weight on there. Okay, so here are the pages I have made in my October live stream so far with commentary from WB. When is that? That was a year ago this week. That's at the Halloween parade at Mickey's Not So Scary, right before we danced with Max. And you did the perfect cast dance with...
Can you move that way a tiny bit because I can't actually fit?
No.
Why not?
Because that's all the room I have. Floor is my favorite shelf. I didn't prepare for this. Right, then we had an inky one. That's you and me too.
Minnie's Halloween.
Yeah, at Minnie's Halloween Dine. Do you approve of this one?
Yes.
This is okay?
I love the pie.
You love the pie and the food stickers?
I'm going to eat them.
Excellent. Right. Oh no, I better change before we have no page left. We've got my right now page that I do for my birthday every year. Yeah.
Wow, it smells so nice.
You're very silly.
I know.
And then who's that?
Well, okay, that is actually meant to be.
To be eyeballs.
I thought that was like accidentally folded in.
No, that's on purpose. That's on purpose. Yeah, that's on purpose.
Boo.
Boo.
To you. And that's the Headless Horseman.
That's the Headless Horseman. Yeah. And all three of us.
And a bunch of other random people who.
And some random people, yeah. The back of all those random people. This kid's not having the best day, but everybody else looks pretty happy. Disney's Hollywood Studios. And a little
ice cream.
Mickey ice cream. And then this was the one that I made in the last live stream, and I had put this strip on and then said, but I'm going to run it by WB in case he takes offense at me putting something about prettiness on a page with him. And he said,
I love it. It looks so good in the contrast.
okay. And you told me you quite like that phrase anyway. Yeah, I'm going to reprint that photo. I think a bit of dust got into that one. Yeah. So we'll just fix that. It's fine. Right. So that's what I've made in all the live streams so far. And today, what am I going to use?
We're going to use...
I got a cut file. So this cut file is a freebie that you can download from Scrapbook and Cards today. It's in their autumn issue. So if you turn to the back, there's a link. There's a page called Before We Go, and it has freebies. All right, Mr. Jazz Hands. So it has a page of printables that you can download, designed by Kelly Bangs, who's the designer behind this Harvest Market collection that I like, the Flea Market collection that I liked, some others that I've put in the kits because I really like her style.
Does she have an acorn neck? Is that hers?
No, oh, that doesn't look like Kelly. I think that's a different designer. Same company though.
Well, still.
Anyway, but it's this cut file right here that I'm using, designed by Paige Evans. And you can find it I put the link in the description box below the video. They haven't paid me to do this or anything. I just think it's really useful to use the freebies that places put out. And I like their stuff.
Scrapbooking Cards today.
There we go. So that's what we're going to do. And the photos we're going to use are from...
Musical Cards.
And that's what we did yesterday, isn't it? Yesterday morning. You can do the bend and snap for me.
Bend and snap.
All right.
I love doing the bend and snap.
Okay.
Let me do the bend and
Right.
snap.
So yeah, yesterday we went into London for MusicalCon. He had a rehearsal, so we could only stay for a couple hours, but we had a marvelous time we had a marvelous time in the couple hours, didn't we? And look, that's actually the power cord. I thought that was another thing like the other one where it was a print error. It's not. The power cord. I did that on my phone too and was like, what's caused that? Nope, the power cord on the lighting. Okay, so we've got two little tiny photos. one with a set piece from Matilda and one with a Newsies background. And then the picture of both of us with our costumes and the musical consign. And we're going to put that with the autumn frame. Right. With all that said, let me flip back over here and say hello to people.
But can you guess who we are?
Oh, yeah, we'll play this game.
In the chat, tell us who we are.
So the the cosplays that we were a little more obscure than we thought we were. We thought we were all good and that people would know who we were. And it turned out that lots of people just thought that we were Newsies and that I also happened to be knitting and he also happened to like cows. The knitting and the cow print are part of the costumes. So if you have any guess of who we are, let's see if there you go. If you are better than people wandering around Musical Con. We were quite proud of this idea. But it turned out there was lots of great cosplay, but most of the cosplay at Musical Con was from a very small number of shows. So a lot of Newsies were there, so it seemed sensible that people thought we were Newsies. There were, yep. Are you going to take that away and make something?
I'm making it here.
You're going to make it there? Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Cool. Fabulous. So, yeah. Okay. I'll do my speech. And we will get started on what we're going to make here. But we're going to put these 3 photos. I mean, it's a landscape. What has happened? Somebody else took it for us, and we were like, yeah, landscape. And then I've got 2 little portraits. Okay. So this, I set it up as 2 3x4s on a 4x6, but then I printed it with borders, which makes it significantly smaller. Yeah. Okay. Speech time. Hello, my name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. Thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you're live, chatty, watch from Tomorrowland, quiet, craft, don't craft, thinking about coming back to craft, driving, walking the dog, trying to get to sleep, any of the things. As long as you're nice here, you're welcome, and I appreciate you. So if you want to find any of the stuff I'm using, you can find supply links in the description box below, which includes what I'm using this month and what I'll be using next month if you want to get your supplies ready for next month and join in. I scrapbook live twice a week. So if you put together a little kit of supplies, I'll help you get through all of it and tell a whole bunch of stories. And there are also links to sign up for classes in the box there too, and all of the stuff about supplies for Christmas crafting, Christmas journaling, all of that is over on Shimelle.com at the top of my blog at the moment too. Okay, that's everything. Right, let's scrapbook. So first thing I need to do is get this cut file off here. I had not cut anything for a little while, so I put a new blade in, and I what else did I do? Oh, I ran it 3 times. The first time I had it way too shallow, and so that basically just made dust of the top layer of the paper and didn't cut through. Then I ran it a second time, and I could tell that it was pretty close, but not quite. So I used the same settings on the 3rd try as the second go, and that did it properly. So I think I probably should have just had the settings right, and then I would have only needed 2 because I think the first run was completely silly. Right, Sarah says she has been thinking about going to Musical Con one year. Was it worth it? So we were only there for a couple hours, which meant we didn't, I mean, technically did we get the value out of a full price day? We would have done a lot more if we had stayed the whole day.
But we did have a big shopping list.
We did shop from all the little indie theater-themed stores that were there, and that was very fun. And we have quite the little haul, including stickers, so that we can scrapbook with them.
Like, I have one that says Theater kid.
Yes, he got a sticker that says Theater Kid. We got some pins to wear. He got
She's the theater girly.
He got one that says Theater Kid and got me one that says Theater Girly. Yeah. We got a sticker that says I'd rather be at the theater, which might go on like a laptop or something. I don't know.
I'd rather be at the theater than anywhere.
Sophia says it has been a while since we had a cut file, and she remembers the day where my live streams would sometimes start with me saying, "Can you hear the song of our people?" Because it would still be cutting. I did this one a little before to make sure.
I didn't even know that you did it. It was so long. It must have been a long time ago. It wasn't even today, was it?
No, it was today. It was.
I didn't hear
I think you thought it was the printer. Because then when I ran the printer, you said it's going again. And I was like, no, it wasn't going before. That was the cutter. Yeah. It got too hot. So it saved Maleficent, but it melted the White Rabbit a little bit there. So yeah, MusicalCon is, I think the best call would be to have your schedule in advance and take advantage of the early bird pricing. We did not, because I didn't have his schedule and I didn't know what we'd be able to do. But we know people who spent only a tiny bit more for the whole weekend than we did for one day, because we just bought a one-day pass for each of us. You do pay the same for children and adults, in case that makes a difference. But the main stage was very cool. We got to see some performances. We got to see the Heathers send-off, where they brought back different people who played Veronica and JD and some of the Heathers, because Heathers has just recently closed in the West End. The tour's still on.
Do you think it'll come back soon?
Heathers?
Yeah.
Well, the tour is still going, so I think it'll stay on tour for a while.
Do you think it'll come back to the West End?
I don't know. The thing is that Heathers was very popular in the West End where it was. It was at the Other Palace Theater. And the Other Palace was designed and kind of opened with the idea that it would have lots of short-ish runs for, hold on, for, yeah, it is a little fringy, for shows that wouldn't have the long-term staying power of something like Frozen, Lion King, all of that sort of stuff.
Fringy.
It's a little fringy, like your hair. Yeah. So Heathers ran at the Other Palace for a really long time, given that theater model. So I think it probably was right that it needed to close at some point at the Other Palace, but the Other Palace is also small, so it would need to sell a lot of tickets to maintain a presence in a more major West End theater. So I don't know. Anything I would say is 100% amateur speculation anyway. But it does have a huge cult following. So, okay, why I said dude. These mats, this can be info for people who haven't done it too. They're sticky mats. If you've never had a cutting machine, it's like a plastic mat that's sticky. Every time that your hand touches it, your fingers touch it, anybody's fingers touch it, it loses more sticky, so I get fewer cuts out of it. So I have to do this you can either use tools or you can kind of bend the mat to get at it without the actual skin of your fingers touching the mat much. There we go. Marvin says, I see you have a silhouette. Why did you choose that over the Cricut, if you don't mind me asking? So I have had a silhouette from before the time that Cricut was everywhere. Cricut is another brand of cutter. So Cricut is way more popular now, but I've had a silhouette for a long time, and Cricut was like just as obscure at one point in time. And I had business relationships with companies that co-branded with Silhouette. I did buy my Silhouette, but it made total sense oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot to cut out. Okay. It made total sense for me to go with Silhouette because, for example, American Crafts has a designer section, or at least they did. I'm not sure. I haven't looked recently on the Silhouette store, and some of my designs were there. So, yeah, it made sense. Yep. Okay. I also now will probably always have a silhouette because I built the cupboard behind me to be the width of my silhouette. So the little cubby hole that you see behind me when I'm talking to the camera.
The silhouette is
there. We did this so that it would have the...
Mummy, it's not on that camera, so...
Yeah, I just put it on that camera. Oi. That's the live feed. It's at a delay. Mr. telling me how the tech works. Anyway, so yeah, this is made so that it was the size of the silhouette with a little bit of gap here for maybe doing this, being able to put things here, but also having the freedom to get the cables in and stuff, and the right depth so that I don't have to take it out. I can use it within this, and the cutting mat doesn't hit the back wall of the cubbyhole. So yeah.
And we still have room to store stuff.
Store stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so that you can have your ears on mid-live stream. You can just go.
Sophia says Cricut is really popular right now. Do they still work on just cartridges? No, they're more like the Silhouette. There's a whole digital element of Cricut. Yeah. Yep. So they're very similar. Somebody said, can you do a cut file with the older Cricut? It depends on how old your Cricut is. If your Cricut is compatible with the digital stuff, then yes. Oh, that one has not cut through at all. Okay. And the other thing that, and this shows me having to do this, shows you very well. Cut files are not my everyday sort of thing. And because of that, I'm not a genius with them. I don't get a perfectly clean cut every time. That is not that's not a statement against the machine. It is 100% user error because I don't like machine crafty stuff by and large. At one point in time before I was designing paper products, I designed digital scrapbook stuff. And so I tried to do some digital scrapbooking, and I did not find joy in it because it felt more like work to me. So this is not always my favorite scenario. Okay, what you doing? So I'm going to kind of speed this up a little bit, and I'll probably leave some gaps to do later, but I'm going to at least give you a good idea of what this cut file is going to look like. Also, I actually want to tell you a story, so I'll let you stop watching that bit so I can punch while I tell you the story. So speaking about digital scrapbooking. So when I was doing digital scrapbook designs and selling them on 2 peas in a bucket, it was very early days of me understanding pattern design. I had done other kinds of design, but I had not done that sort of, how do you take a doodle and turn it into a paper? That was new for me. But because the market for digital scrapbooking was a little different.
2 peas in a bucket.
Okay. Yeah, 2 peas in a bucket. Yeah. So because the market was quite forgiving of things that were, maybe verging on what we call naive art. Yeah, so it wasn't a problem because there was no setup cost, and I put a few bits of like my really early pattern design out as freebies and said, like, what do you think? Should I be hiding my head in shame, or do you actually like this? And thousands of people downloaded it. So 2 peas and I agreed, okay, it doesn't matter that I, have a lot to learn. We're quite happy to put things up as I learn. Okay, great. But it does mean that now, every once in a while, something from that era will show up, and I'll be like, oh my goodness, because I have learned a lot about design since then, and my designs now don't look anything like they did then. Okay, so take that and cross it over with the fact that people can tag you in any old Instagram post, and it will show up on your tagged, that little tab of where you've been tagged on your Instagram feed. And every once in a while I have a look there just to make sure that everything is all cool, because you also, I really do want people to be able to go through there and see things that people have made with my scrapbook supplies. so that you can get other ideas of what you can do with my own designs there. So that I love, and I love pictures that, you know, we've met up with somebody or something and they've tagged me, that sort of genuine tagging. I love that too. But sometimes people will do like, I'm selling some sort of scam product and I'm going to tag 200 people with kind of busy accounts so that it gets more coverage. And so those are the ones I delete. Right. So there were these 6 posts, 6 in a row with the same image. But there were, it was the same image, but 6 different accounts posting the same thing. And it was an image of a shower curtain and a pillow. And it had a pattern that was like a purple background with pumpkins. Like, imagine a stamped pumpkin, so like a textured pumpkin, but arranged like polka dots. Yeah? Okay. And when I first saw it, I didn't quite like it was scaled down quite small. The design didn't ring any bells for me. And they tagged me in the middle of it. And I was like, okay, that's weird. You're selling shower curtains and you've tagged me. Where do I align with shower curtains? So I zoomed in on the image. It was one of the very first patterns I ever designed. And they've clearly bought a commercial license for it all the way back in the day, like 12 years ago, and put it on shower curtains that you could buy to Halloween up your bathroom. And I'm just like, I'm sorry. I could do that much better now if you prefer to buy a commercial license for something. Have, you know, since I learned how to actually design papers and patterns. So anyway, there we go. It was weird. It was a moment. Not stolen. No, I used to sell commercial license. So, and they didn't have an expiration date. So I don't think it was stolen because I think it would be quite hard for it to be stolen. And they tagged me, which meant they knew that I designed it, or why would they have come to me? Okay, so I've done this much, which I think is fine and fair enough. There's a couple little bits I'll do later, but that's all right. Okay, let's actually put this on paper. Right. Oh, are you making whole little scenes over here?
So this is an elf, and these are the 2 flowers.
Excellent. Right, some scissors. So let's
It's an elf with a mask on. It's what do I call it? A doctor elf, which is not what Mummy is.
Okay, so I'm going to cut this and then I'm going to put it up and let's see if did anybody figure out who we were? So just a second. Let me do one more and then I will zoom it up here. So the cow is a huge hint, but...
And think of it being plain white. Fully.
Oh yeah, we couldn't get a cow backpack that would portray an all-white cow. So we had to go with like traditional Holstein cow print. So we're Jack and his mom from Into the Woods. And that's Milky White, the cow that he's going to sell for the beans. And then he'll end up singing. What are you going to sing?
Giants in the sky.
Boom.
There are big, tall, terrible, awesome, scary, wonderful giants in the sky.
Yeah, so that's who we are. And we thought we'd been all right. And people we didn't really realize that at MusicalCon that would be obscure because I was thinking Into the Woods is pretty much a mainstay and Sondheim is a mainstay for people who are big into musical theater. But I forget. I'm a bit old school.
No, you're not. You're amazing. You're not old.
Old school's not an insult, but thank you, darling. And so most of the cosplays we saw there, a lot of Heathers, a lot of Six, yeah, a lot of Newsies. So we're talking a different era than Into the Woods. But there we go.
Into the Woods.
Yay, we did get some people who figured it out. Yay.
Who figured it
Debbie figured it out. Well done. Oh, yes, Sophia, you're right. Temu does have a lot of stolen designs. Have I told you the story about how that one day a friend was in B&M, which is like it's kind of a Big Lots kind of store for my American viewers. It's a closeout bargain shop. And she sent me a picture going, how cool, your thickers are in B&M. And it was the thickers from True Stories, the ones that are like a serif font and look like they're made of blocks of different color put together. And I had to laugh because they were my thickers from True Stories, but they were not with the thickers header. They were from some other brand. So yeah, and they had a set of Maggie's designs from the same time as well. And I was like, it's really funny that you think it's cool because it's really not so great.
Why were they stolen?
Well, yeah, I didn't get paid for that, and I assume American Crafts didn't get paid for that. Somebody in the factory process has made more than what they were supposed to make. Right, so background-wise, what do we want to put this on?
An elf? A doctor elf?
I need a 12 by 12. That
What
would
about
be.
a sticker?
So, hold on. I need a 12 by 12 first.
Oh.
So, I actually think, even though we're going to go autumn, am I going to regret cutting this on cream? I thought looking at the kit as a whole that cream would be the much better choice.
What if you put some... I think that actually looks really nice.
Yeah, and I can put another color in here. It doesn't have to be lime green everywhere. I could put something else in the middle. Oh, Sarah, thank you. And Debbie. You'll love this, WB. Do you know what they said?
What?
Hearing you sing just now, they think that you would make a fab Toby in Sweeney Todd. Nothing's gonna harm you.
A friend is doing that in the thing that I had rehearsals for.
Yeah.
They are
It's got a studio showcase coming up. Oh, what are you singing for the studio showcase? I'm excited about it.
I have often walked down this street before, but the pavement always stays beneath my feet before. All at once am I several stories high, knowing I'm on the street where you live.
Oh, that was lovely. Thank you.
People stop and stare.
So yeah.
Don't bother me, 'cause there's no place on earth that I would rather be.
Right. Okay. So what are we gonna do here?
We're gonna bounce.
We're gonna
bounce, bounce. What if you did one of those ones that has that circular shape cut out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A different color underneath here. But
No,
which color?
Green, and then something else on top of that green.
Okay, hold on.
If you did, Mummy.
Oh, they're saying lovely things about your voice. Thank you.
Mummy. If
Yes.
let me show you what I mean. Imagine this.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay, so let's bring in the pumpkin paper.
Do you like that?
A little bit yes, a little bit no. Is that okay?
Yeah, you
Can
don't
I
have to use it. It was just
take an idea from that? I like this
Yes.
combination because I wouldn't have necessarily put this paper with the lime green, but now I really like it, especially with this photo with the neons. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking is some... Oh, Melinda says it's 10:30 at night her time. She's in bed and she feels like she's being serenaded to sleep. How lovely.
I can do more singing. You can put your request in for next time I'm on half term.
Aww. Okay, so here's the other two photos. I need to keep an eye on the time. Oh, was that the first song that you sang on a live stream?
Yes.
It was really...
No, I remember when it was.
Oh, go on.
I sang that song
Uh-huh.
on the first time in summer when I was on here when we did those little... In lockdown when I did all those little things. And when we made a rainbow to put on our door.
That's right.
I sang, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a that I heard of once in a lullaby.
I'm gonna move this over here so we don't stick stuff to it. Lovely, thank you. Yeah, that's fine. The first time he sang on a live stream was that song, but he had only heard it once. And okay, I'm gonna do. And so he was, but it's my grandmother's favorite song. And so he found this out and was like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to sing that. So I'm gonna cut this circle behind here. And because he'd only just barely heard it, I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And so he went ahead and sang it, and when we were doing Scrapbook Rainbows and stuff like that, and it wasn't even on my channel, it was on the Scrapbooking Cards Today channel. And yeah. And then we did a little video of it for this thing we did in lockdown called WB Sings, which is on one of my Instagram highlights if you scroll back. He would do a little song each day when we first started lockdowns and we first closed schools and things. And it was just really sweet and lovely.
I looked at it a few days ago. It was very fun.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
So what I'm thinking is where I've got the gap here, I'm going to bring this one in because I know I like this with that because I used it the other day. Hold up. Go on. Yeah, I'm listening.
I was thinking we could cover all of the green with that and do...
Oh, I'm not going to cover all of it, just this.
What I was thinking...
Because I like these two together.
Let me see again. Oh yeah, that looks really nice.
Thanks.
So what I'm thinking... What if... We did one bit... Cut out that. You do a little corner patch.
Oh.
We add
Staples or stitches?
To make it look all stitched on, and then in the back.
Yeah.
And then fold
it like I did the other one. Okay, don't crease it yet, but yeah. Okay, I'm going to do this bit first because I can come back to that, but if I don't finish this, I'll have timing problems. Okay, so I want... Sorry if Amy shows up. Amy doesn't like it when I tear stuff. It makes her nervous, but she's getting stronger. She actually did tearing and detail cutting on a live stream, and Sophia was watching, and Sophia sent me a message saying, "Psst, you'll never believe what Amy's doing live right now." And I went over to say, "Who is this, and what have you done with my Amy?"
What color of flowers I really like.
Oh, there's going to be a different layer behind the flowers, so don't worry. So this outside edge of this circle, you're not going to see, okay? So I'm going to stick... Oh, is that me out of glue? Oh, have I put one in a sensible place? My glue is always in this place that's sensible to run out at any time other than a live stream, and I have to pick up the computer. Hopefully I won't ruin anything. There we go.
There's a starman waiting in the sky.
Oh! There's a starman waiting in the sky. Oh, and who were we learning about this morning? Do you remember his name? Do you remember the name of the band?
The Rolling Stones?
No, not the Rolling Stones. No, not the Beatles.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, can you remember some of the songs?
He's the guy who did We Will Walk You.
Yes.
And that lot, I can't remember his name.
His
Freddie
name
Mercury.
is Freddie Mercury. Well done, well done.
And the band is Queen.
Queen. Yeah.
And they sang We Will Walk You, which is in that same show. It's right before Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yes.
Nothing really matters.
Nothing really matters to me. What's up?
Anyway, the wind blows. That's the wrong key.
It was the wrong note, but you only just heard this song, so it's okay.
It's like when was a tiny bit in the Goosebumps bit where he said, like when you sing in the shower and you're not afraid to let everyone know that you're toned.
I did it too
That
far.
you were
over.
tone deaf.
That you're tone deaf. Can you pass
That's
that
what it said in the
flowery album up here?
flower.
So, oh, Sarah used to work at, she was an usher at We Will Rock You.
Yeah,
Aww.
well, we
Oh, careful. So, who was it just said? Tina said, has anybody chosen their Journal Your Christmas album? I have. And
Journal
I'm
Your
using this
Christmas
one
album.
from Paige Evans. And then I've listed some other choices on Shimelle.com.
I'm using mine from last year.
Yep. And WB just adds more to his as he goes,
I just add
which is fabulous.
every single year.
Right.
Well, a few
Let's
things every single year.
Yeah, a couple things that are 2 or 3 entries is fine per year. And that was the whole way that I designed the project in the first place. So don't feel the pressure that you have.
Actually.
Yeah, when I first did the class, because that's why I included membership for everybody for as many Christmases as they wanted, because the idea was just do what suits you this year, because you can come back next year. And then the idea of making an entry every single day became really popular, and people felt like that was the only way to do Christmas albums, and it's really not, and you are really okay to not do that.
That's what
Cool.
I do, because I can't make it for every single day. Ooh, can I have this
Oh,
tiny
Sarah
chicken?
says Queen is her favorite band, her most favorite band, and she loves the theater, so working there was brilliant, was awesome. We Will Rock You was at the Dominion, where Greece is now. Can you imagine where the Dominion Theater is in your mind right now? Oxford Street and Charing Cross. Yeah, there's only one in the tank at the moment.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah,
There's
she's
no-
hanging out. Like, all the boys ended, and that's a female, and she's still chilling.
But does that mean it's the end of them?
No,
Why?
because every time I feed them, there's more eggs.
Why are there more eggs?
Because that's how it works.
They're not.
There's eggs in the food.
There were eggs.
Oh my
in the
goodness,
food.
have I just...
What if they eat their own eggs?
A lot of creatures do that.
Don't spiders?
I think so. Right, so I am going to back this cut file with all different pieces from the kit leftovers.
Like
You're making me
my
very
idea.
nervous there, WB.
I'm trying to get
But I think it would
Help
be
me get this dot.
more productive if I show you the rest of the page and then I just worry about that later. So what I'm going to do is just put a tiny bit of adhesive on these bits I'm going to take off anyway to tack it down into place. Come here.
Yeah.
And
2 peas in a bucket.
then we'll go from
2
there.
peas. And a bucket.
Right. Oh, Sarah. So this is so funny. Sarah says, fun fact, Loki season 2 interiors filmed at the Dominion. So we're watching, it's the second episode of Loki season 2 starts in London in the 70s. And all of the places in about the first 20 minutes are recognizable to us, but it's one of those things where they don't go together. So on one side of the street is the exterior, and then they walk into a building that they say is a cinema, but it's a theater. And then when they're inside, they're actually...
the lobby of the Colosseum.
They're inside a different theater, and there's a bit in the Dominion, there's a bit in the Coliseum, there's a bit in... Well, what's the one that has the ocean at the end of the lane right now? Yeah, and so they've made those all look like they're one building on one street, and then the alleyways behind them, but they're all different.
And then they have some very funny
Okay.
alleyways. So
Yeah.
they go through Charing Cross. They
Yeah.
go through across the street from the Dominion. After Charing Cross, they go through across the street from all sorts of different theatres, and it's all filmed in London, and it's not actually meant to be London.
No, it is meant to be London. It's just meant to be like it all goes together. And it's a bit, because it's Marvel, it also reminded us all of, there's a bit in one of the Thor movies. So one of the Thor movies was filmed right here in our neighborhood in Greenwich Park. And hilariously, Greenwich Park does not authorize the closure of the park to film in the daytime, right? So they wanted to do scenes where they did not have locals and tourists in the background. So they lit up the park with floodlights in the middle of the night and shot in the middle of the night. There's also a lot of helicopter work, so we could hear helicopters at all hours of the day. And then so quite a lot of it is happening in Greenwich. Then there's a scene, and is it Thor who asks? I think it might be Thor is at Waterloo, and he asks someone on the tube how to get to Greenwich. And somebody says something like, it's just 3 stops on the Jubilee line. And this is not it. This is so not possible. And so all locals were like, you cannot get to Greenwich that fast or by tube and all of this. And it was just so priceless. And so then when they did that in the same sort of universe with Loki, we were like, oh, no. Don't get on the tube now. Oh, amazing. Sarah saw it was being filmed and went down to watch it on a Sunday at midnight. Sarah is also infuriated at the scene in Thor when he's on the tube. She says he's at Charing Cross on the tube. Yeah. Charing Cross to get to Greenwich, you need a mainline train, and it's going to take you at least 25 minutes. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Okay, I want that teal. Have I got enough of this? I think so.
What?
Have I got enough of this color to map these 2 photos? I think so. Yes.
I think what you're making looks really good.
Thank you.
I'm very excited for that little idea that I had with this.
To work on that corner? Okay, you got it.
I think that would look really
Everybody
nice.
needs
And it looks Halloween-y.
like a wingman here to cheer you on wanting your scrapbook. I love this. Could get used to having somebody just at my shoulder going, yes.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're really good at this. Go everybody. You're gonna win. You're gonna win. You're really good at this.
And do I? If I can't figure out where I'm going, do I sing "Get My Head in the Game"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get your head in the game. Gotta get your head in the game. You got to get your head in the game.
But I think we're okay today. I don't think I'm too far off. Sophia used to live in Greenwich, just up the road from the train station, and can confirm you can't get from Charing Cross to Greenwich on the tube in 3 stops. No, it's just no. Okay, so this one I'm gonna have to lose a little corner, but that's okay.
Hey, speaking of the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel universe.
Mm-hmm.
Here to help you scrapbook.
I've got Iron Man. Amazing.
And he's going to quickly just get ready to power up to do his lightning bolt.
Marvel, High School Musical, all of it together here with scrapbooking. I mean, how many channels can offer you that? Oh.
And he's about to get you. So, he's about to use his lightning power.
I want the strike bit to be visible. So let's go that way, I think. I'm just gonna see how I've lost the corner here because I'm just dealing with scraps. I'm just gonna line it up with this so that it kind of feels a little like it's meant to be there. See? I'm gonna line that up with the tear there. So we got Newsies, we got Matilda, and then we got the con sign. I'm going to move this over a little bit. Iron Man, you're confusing me and making me think there's another photo there. Okay.
He's got himself a fake bad guy and his lightning attack.
Mm-hmm.
And he is ready.
Putting the vellum away, I've decided that wasn't what I wanted to do.
And he is ready.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got his fake enemy.
Yes.
So I had to borrow all of this stuff from Harry Potter. This is also meant to be a Patronus thing,
Uh-huh.
which
Right.
my grandma knows because was here when I built this set. It didn't have Iron Man in it, surprisingly.
Okay, what if on that corner down here, we do a little subtitle work? Because I've got this sticker that says times, and so I could add in good or fun here. Which do you prefer? Good times? Okay, so we'll do that in your little corner piece here.
But first we need to put on the...
Yeah, I will, but I'm working with this space up here, but I'm just planning in my mind what bits are going to go where. Because I want a title across here. Oh, I have...
He did it! He won!
Okay. Sophia says, speaking of sidekicks giving encouragement, I have my daughter making cupcakes with the smallest in the background. And he's just told her, so your best, not your worst. Amazing. Not an unreasonable motto to live by. That sounds great.
Everybody, have a good time. And also, get your head in the game. You know what he's going to do?
What's he going to do?
He's going to... You got to get your head in the game. This is his basketball. His helmet is his basketball. You got to get your head in the game.
Okay, so if we're going to do this little corner down here, I'm going to do a little bit in this corner up here. Now, I'm never going to have a great reason to use the phrasing harvest market here, but I like the color and I like the bunting. So I'm just going to take this from the bunting.
Why can't you just take out harvest and pretend that this place is a market?
It just doesn't really fit the story I was going to tell. I don't really want to pretend for telling like documenting things. Okay, so then this is going to tuck underneath there. Excuse me.
Head in the game. You got to get your head in the game. Get your head in the game. Yay. He defeated the bad guys, and now he's going to put his lightning bolt stuff away. So all the other stuff that he got from
go
the
about
room
there.
All of this stuff is from the old one.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, it's kind of lost the track. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna have that there. We're gonna have this little corner piece over here. I'm actually gonna look at making that the same sort of shape. So basically, I've started with a circle and I'm still going to add my diagonal. So I don't know what's good for me. So we're going to pick this up here. Try and match these margins. How many dots in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So keep in mind you won't see what's behind here because that's going to be filled in. Right, and he wanted good times. So then I've got this color, or I've got the orange. Oh, can you get this musical con sticker sheet from our haul yesterday? There was a set of stickers for musical con, so we better use those. I forgot about them until just now. It's one of the letters from July, but it's musical con, not a show. In the bag. Every time I use the title Good Times, I get nervous about losing a letter. Because there was a set of stamps that I had once that had a sticker that was supposed to say good times, and there was a manufacturing error, and the D was on the preview sheet, you know, the little black plastic sheet that shows you the stamp designs, but it wasn't on the actual stamp. So when you stamped it, it said good times. And we were like, that's not a thing. No. You got it? Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got.
Blossom Studio, backstage there.
Okay.
The Weber Room. Sunday
So we
the
can use this Sunday
24th,
one.
Sunday the 22nd.
Okay. And then we could use this place where it belong in the ticket. Right, so
A
let's...
place for the fans.
So these are letters to July. Ooh, I love her musical themed stickers, and we have
Gotta
using
go now. I'll
many.
see you soon. See you soon.
Jackie says, if you'd like to see a corner of that turquoise mat on the top of the strike photo, you could turn the mat around. It is true, because this corner is going to be hidden. You're quite right. Because I'm going to take this out to work on it, and I want this to overlap, I'm just going to put a pop dot on the back here and not take the backing off, so that the sticker is in place, but I can still... Oh, okay. I need my workspace.
Hiya, pals.
So I can do this, and it's not going to be stuck to the frame. Okay,
Sorry.
no. Okay,
Didn't mean to.
okay. I'm going to sneeze as well. Hold on.
Hiya,
Excuse me.
pals.
Sorry. Okay. All right.
Hiya.
So then I might need to do...
soon.
See you real soon. Might need to do the same. Oh, I can do this one, MusicalCon 2023. Up here. Yeah. I'm mixing white and cream today, folks. What's happened to me? It's a real labor of love to back all the cut file pieces. Hence why I'm not going to do it on a live stream, because you can love me a lot, but nobody loves me that much. No one needs to watch that happen.
Hi, I am the scrapbooking robot.
Oh, could you back my cut files?
Sorry,
Things
no.
we would be happy robots
Even
to do.
I
No,
don't
even...
love you that much.
Thanks, robot, thanks. Okay, so that's going to go on like that, but it's not flat for right now. That's okay.
I can flatten it down.
No,
with my
no,
hammer.
thank you.
I have a hammer for that. Because I am a scrapbooking
Okay,
robot.
can I talk to my people for a little while?
Yes.
Thank you.
I can do the disco. Woo.
So then I kind of want to have a few pieces go across here. So... Sophia, it sounds like the cupcakes at your house might be crunchy with eggshells. So this one going there, and then this yellow one could balance that over here. I think right on top of the flower. Yeah. I've even got some little stars and things that I can use as confetti here. We know I love that. So I bring yellow one to both corners. And have I got two in blue? Yeah. Teeny one over here. And a star down here. Nobody open the door to Sophia's kitchen right now. The children are just, they are their own entity. Okay, so I think like that, title-wise, like I've got this lovely space to put a title here. I love how I've now put a sticker over my journaling box, so that's great. But I'll figure out a way to put it in. I'm thinking I might tuck it in here. So have I got another journaling card that would match? So what if we bring this color in as the journaling box and tuck it behind all of these elements here? So you're not even going to see the house. You're just going to see the journaling space. Straighten that out. And we'll put a little embellishment here. Use this one. And the other thing that's on at the Excel is the Disney 100 thing, and we haven't gone to that yet. But we certainly are going to. But it's on for a little while. It's more like a museum type thing, so. I've covered up the... Oh, look. My silly matting isn't going to matter anymore because I'm going to put that right over the top. Boop. There we go. Journaling can go on there then. Gold mist is obviously going to go across there. Right, I've got this space here. Right. I want to do the word misconstrued. Because then I can journal about people thinking our costumes were something else. How do we do it for time? We are good. Oh, no. What am I typing? Right. Let's try again there. Now we want the N. Where did it go? Okay, all gonna fit here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the M underneath here, but I might, yeah, what I will do is end up picking up that M and putting it over the top of the cut file. It actually is quite a nice little fit there. Okay. The other letters I had, where did you go? Here, they're right here. Because I haven't even opened these. Oh, that's true. Kelly points out the very good opportunity to emphasize the C-O-N in misconstrued because it's a con. Yeah, a convention. That is a very good idea. Moo construed. I'm going to move that Y. I'm not convinced on the placement of the Y. There we go. That's a bit better. Why does the Y seem like a much smaller letter? the descender makes it just a little more delicate than the others, I think. Okay, so then the journaling can go right here and can explain the funky title. How could I add a little something to that? If I had more space, I'd put a little colorful dot before and after the CON, but I don't really have enough room for that. All right, and then I'm going to do enamel dots with the confetti stickers. Like that, yes. Okay. So I think I'm mostly there. Let me talk you through what else is going to happen. So I'm going to put the journaling in here and I'm going to back this. And I'm going to back that with all these different little bits and pieces that I've got in the kit so that these same colors, oh gosh, the same colors that you see in the pumpkins, there'll be oranges, there'll be some of this, but probably this color needs to come over to this side and that color needs to come over to this side. So there's going to be the burgundy, there's going to be orange, there's going to be turquoise, some yellow and some green, I think, to back all of those. And then once the journaling is there and the frame is in place, I'll stick all of these layered stickers down properly. And then the gold mist is going to go on the diagonal there too. Make sense? Right. WB, do you want to say goodbye to everybody? Yeah. Okay, come on up then. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed our little double act, you could give this video a thumbs up on YouTube, and I very, very much appreciate that. It is silly, but it does help things happen behind the scenes, and I really appreciate it. We can say a little goodbye. They're up there. The camera's over there now. So have a wonderful weekend. Now, Friday's live stream is going to be a little different because it's not going to be a live stream because this dude is performing on Friday and he has a really early call to the theater for something special. So there's going to be a premiere video, so a video that's filmed and then we do live, not live. So I'll be live in the comments, but not scrapping live. So it'll be filmed earlier in the week. I'm sorry for the those in Australia, New Zealand, and that sort of direction of the time zones who watch me of an evening on a Friday. And I know that my normal time slot's not going to work because that's when I need to have him at stage door. So I think instead I'm going to go for like middle of later morning, so between 11 and 12. But tomorrow I should get a confirmed time and then I'll be able to upload it and set the premiere time. So just keep an eye on the channel. You know, you could subscribe and then you get notifications about these things.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Hit the bell.
Right.
Ding.
Yeah, hit the bell. This generation knows how to do it. And, you know, get yourself a little scrappy buddy who's going to tell you you're awesome and then give you a hug when you mostly finish the layout. That's awesome. Have a great one. Thank you so much for watching us. Bye. Bye. Oh, no. Now I can't get to the button to turn us off. Ready? You have to say bye again.